What's up, my print family? I have some things today that I want to do. It's going to be different parts because it's going to take a long time to cut all the colors that I need. But if you want to listen to what I got to say, stay tuned right after this intro. What's going on, people? So welcome back, first of all. Today I'm going to be dealing with something I never dealt with before. Now, some of you guys might have done it. I've never done it. So this right here is a magnet that a customer brought to me. It's 12 inches by 24 inches. It's actually going on a truck, the side of a pickup truck. The company brought me, I think it was 4 of them total. It's gonna be a 3-color design on this. Just the logo, pretty much the logo. The top half is gonna be their name, and then the bottom half is gonna be their number and their website. So yeah, hold that thought. Let me get the black going again. Sorry about that. I just figured while I'm talking, that thing could be running and, I'm not wasting so much time. So pretty much the 3 colors are gonna be green, they're gonna be brown, and they're gonna be black. It's actually a landscaping company, so I'm guessing the green and the brown, you guys already guessed what it is. I'm doing little tips and tricks that are gonna help me align it on here. I'm gonna try to give myself at least an inch from each side, and then from top to bottom I'm gonna give myself at least like a ½ inch, so that way I can paste it all together. I don't know how good it is. If I mark on this, would it come off? I guess I'll do that behind the scenes so that way you don't see my mistakes. All right, guys, we're back. So it's another day, of course. I got a different shirt on and thing. I told you guys that we were gonna do the magnets. So this is my first time doing it. So if I'm doing something wrong, hey, I'm living and I'm learning as I go. So I got all the decals cut out already. I have some transfer tape already put on them. Now I'm gonna measure everything out and start applying it. So let me angle you guys down here so you guys can see my table as I'm doing it. And like I said, this is my first time doing it, so don't knock me if I'm doing it wrong. Maybe there's a different application, the way to do it, but I'm just gonna try this method. I've heard there's wet methods to do, but I'm gonna try it this way. I think it's a little easier. Who knows? Let's see how it goes. Worst that can happen, I have to take it off and redo everything. So let me angle you guys down here so you guys can see my whole page. So here we go. So first thing I did, got myself some regular napkins, and not sure if we're supposed to use this, but I use it to clean the windows when I put decals on windows. Some people use Johnson's baby soap with water and a cap full of alcohol. So Wendy's got it clean for me, so let's see what happens. I'm just gonna take some regular masking tape just to hold on to the corners so that way this thing is not moving on me. So let me just set this up here so I can, there. And of course I'm doing it on the actual grid map, so that way I can, or grid cutting mat, so that way I can see exactly where the center lines are. You don't have to. Like I said, this is just trial and error for me because I've never done it before. I'm just doing it for a customer, and I explained to her that I never did it before, so. And she just told me what I could do, right? So I'm gonna make it do what it do. All right, so I did say I wanted to go 1 inch from each side, 1/2 inch from top to bottom, just using a regular ruler. And I'm gonna mark out with a pencil. Like I said, I don't know if this is gonna come off, but we're gonna find out. I mean, somebody told me that it's good to use an erasable marker for like a dry board or something like that. But I mean, even on a dry board, I think those erasable markers, they actually leave some kind of residue or something on there. So I'm not even gonna try to attempt it. And I don't know if you have one of these as a square it to put on the shirt to align your garment to your decal or to your HTV. I'm just gonna use it as a long ruler because it is long, so it'll give me the lines that I need. All right, so now that we have the lines drawn out, now I know that I have to stay in certain areas. Make sure there's no dust on it. And okay, so this is the first piece. I have a big piece because I'm gonna reuse this transfer tape on all of them. It doesn't make any sense to, you know, keep changing them. I also got a piece of, I've got some parchment papers. You can pick this up at the dollar store. It works very well. It just doesn't let the stickers hang on to it. So I just cut at least a big enough piece that I need. These things never cut out right, I don't know why. But yeah, here we go. Let me just get that out of the way here. It's like a piece of my cutting mat. As they start to get old, they start coming apart. So pretty much why I have this is for once I lay down my decal, I can align it to where I want to align it to, and then I can smack it down to where it could this grabs on, but it doesn't hold on completely. So let me just squeegee the bottom of this to make sure everything is stuck onto the paper. And I do have registration marks on it. Not a lot like I've seen other people do, but I have some. So here we go. Everything's coming apart nicely. I love this transfer tape. It works very well. All right, so that's one. Pretty much my registration marks is going to be the LLC on another form. See on the black, I have the LLC there. So when I go to put it down, I got to match up the LLC to it. Also, the registration mark is here, plus the D on for the green for the logo. So it should be good. So now what I do is I try to bring this up to as close as this I can. And this is what's gonna do. It's gonna allow me to lay it down and align it. You don't have to smooth it out. I'm just doing this so I can see better, that's all. This doesn't let it stick, so, I mean, look, I can show you guys. If you pull it up in one corner, see, it doesn't stick to it. But as I take it off, it'll stick to the mat, to the magnetic mat, so. All right, so here we go. Got one piece. Now, see how you can see the lines underneath? Well, you probably can't see. Let me see if I can bring it closer. I don't know if you could tell that you can see the lines underneath it. Well, maybe you can, but I can see it. If you did see it, that's the way I do it. So now that I have this on here, and I have an overhang on top, so that'll definitely stick onto the to the mat, so when I go to peel the stickers off, I can do it little by little. So I want to bring the letters as close as possible to the corner. The bad thing is it's kind of hard to find out if you are straight or you're not straight. I'm just hoping that I am. And it looks pretty good to me. I'm just gonna tack it a little bit there so that way it don't move on me. Now I'll grab the second piece and see with this second piece, if I bring the L up, you see I'm already almost damn near close to the bottom edge, and I can go up just a hair. So that I might have to bring my design a little bit higher. So the thing is, this is only transfer tape, so you can peel it off and redesign or relocate, as I say. So let's move it up to the line completely. And it's gonna be hard to actually get it completely level, but what I'll do, I'll try to measure it. If it looks good to me, it's gonna look good to anybody else. So there I have it right on the line. I don't know if you see the line there. Not too far away from the side. I should have came over a little bit more. So let's go up to the line here, and we're just gonna kiss that line at the end. We're just gonna kiss it. As a matter of fact, that might be the actual alignment of this whole thing, is actually getting those two corners on there. And that looks pretty good to me. Now I'm gonna check it again. Like always, I'm gonna keep checking it because that's just the way I am. See, now we got more space at the bottom than we did before. But I'm not satisfied that it's straight. I ended up having to do in pieces, but I have one backing plate on there. So what I did my registration marks, which I have one here and then one here. I mean, it's a tiny bit off. I just don't want to keep pulling it on, pulling it off, and then the whole design gets out of whack. But for that little, I mean, it's small. You ain't even gonna see it. So with that said, now what we're gonna do is, so pretty much make sure it's like heat transfer. Make sure that, you know, you're covering the pieces that you have to cover, but not stopping the actual oracle from sticking, 651 if you want to call it, from sticking to the thing. So if you see, I got three pieces of transfer tape. Each section is 3 pieces. The brown will be all the way down to the LLC. The black is just the letters. The D, of course, is going to be brown, and green. I just use these as, you know, registration marks. So now that I have everything aligned and everything is nice on each corner, I have both sides perfectly. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip it upside down. Like I say, guys, this is just parchment paper. You can get it at the dollar store. Yes, the cheap brand is a little bit harder to work with. If you can get the good brand, I would tell you to get it, because then the decal really won't stick to it. This one does cut release, but it still sticks on a little bit. So it's, you know, it is what it is. So once I have it back like this, I'll stretch it out as far as I can. Now I will pull the backing off. And it's gonna be a little bit of a pain, guys. So just take it easy. Don't try to force it to go fast because you're gonna rip everything off. I just do it little by little so nothing moves. And little by little, I think that the wet method is probably gonna work for me best. But I'm dedicated to doing it this way, so I am going to do it this way. And like I said, once I get this all off, which is coming off pretty nice, I gotta stand up to do the rest. The whole thing is trying to align the whole decal. That's all it is. Aligning everything so your design doesn't look all butchered on there. So that's what I'm doing, little by little. Just little by little. And I'm gonna reuse this parchment paper so I don't want to destroy it too much. All right, so there we go. So now we have everything off. Just throw that to the side. Now what I will do is I will pick it up from the end. So I'll pick it up from the end. I'll make sure that it's all down at the top. So as I'm going along, and in all reality, you do need two people for this because it's gonna wanna move on you. But I'm dedicated on doing it myself, so, and usually my wife will help me out, but she's actually working right now, so I can't have her help me out. So I have to do it myself. So just little by little, guys, just go little by little, back and forth, little by little. It's not a marathon, so we're not trying to rush. I know it's gonna be a long video, but I just don't want to rush it and it messes up. So sorry guys for the long video, but if I can do it, you can do it. So just go down little by little. Now, and I think we have it almost 100% here. Almost 100%, and everything is still squared. I don't know if you guys can see the lines, but everything is still squared, so we're in good shape. So that's the way it's gonna look, guys. Now I'll use the R sign, make sure that it's stuck on there real good. When I peel it off, you guys will see exactly what I mean. But everything looks good to me. Everything looks good. Everything looks good. I'm very happy. You got the registration marks here. Move you guys down here. So it's up to the point exactly where I wanted it to be. It's all coming down good. This side as well. All on the inside the lines, the top as well. It's all inside the lines. I think we got it. Let me set you down here again. And now I am gonna pull this off. And hopefully everything sticks on there the way it's supposed to be. That's looking good, that's looking good. Lift that up there. Okay, it's all looking good to me. Little by little, little by little. Guys, get yourself the blue tape. This masking tape is garbage. So I'm picking everything up. Everything seems to be coming off good. And of course, you might have to use more transfer tape for the other ones. But it is what it is, right? You gotta spend money to make money. Yeah, I just didn't want to go through the whole time-consuming thing of you having to spray it down and then you have to wait for it to dry in order to take the transfer tape off. I thought that was going to be more of a pain in the butt for me. So So this is the reason why I decided to do it this way. As you see, guys, the black came off with the transfer tape. So we're still golden. And the green should do the same. This transfer tape is pretty hard. Yep, there goes the green. I don't know if you guys can see the green coming off there. The registration mark came off, the green part of it. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. All right, so now let me throw this somewhere safe that maybe I can reuse it again. And I can take off this tape because I don't need it anymore. Don't need that anymore. Don't need that anymore. Don't need this corner anymore. Now, this registration mark, don't worry about it, guys, because this, I mean, you can get your little pick, just lightly grab the corner and just lift it up. That's all. Peel it right off. That's it. So now, all that's left is to get some of this Windex. Actually, before I do that, use the felt side of your squeegee and just go over it lightly. You want to make sure that everything's on there. Try to go in the same direction as the letters. I mean, I did it pretty hard when I was moving it, and I'm very surprised there's not too many bubbles. I mean, a few, but not too many. Usually when I do this to a car, forget it. There's thousands of bubbles, and you're hoping that the sun shrinks it for you to get all the bubbles out of it. But surprisingly so, like I say, use the squeegee side, I mean the felt side so you don't scratch the vinyl. Ain't go bubble here. Let's see if I can take that out of there. And unfortunately, that looks like it's gonna be on there. I'll try to see if I can, might be some dirt or something that was on here. Let's see. Actually, it's just an air bubble. I'm actually moving it. We used to do this to car windshields all the time back in the days, and when it bubbles like that, we just leave it alone and the sun will get to it and it'll bake it. It will, and it'll go away. Because right now that thing is so tight on there that, and they also say that wet method is the way to go for you not to have bubbles, but I guess either way you go, you're gonna get bubbles. Because I've seen people do it the wet method and still come out with a couple bubbles. So, I mean, it's not a big deal. All right, so let me get this Windex. Just spray a little bit on there. And hopefully this mark should come off. And, well, hoping it comes off because might have to use some alcohol, son. Actually, it's coming off. You just gotta rub it a little bit. Just gotta rub it a little bit, that's all. But it will come off. All right, guys, I don't wanna clean this whole thing, but as you can see, it does come off. A little bit of Windex. I might even get some alcohol and hit it, but it is coming off the pencil mark. Guys, so there you go. You have one magnet done for a car. Took a little bit of time, but I know the next 3 will be a lot faster. So see you on the next one. Love you guys. Be safe and keep pressing. Keep doing your hustle. Catch you on the next one.